Hello and welcome to Bits Box World, builds made easy. My first parcel has arrived from Hachette Partworks for the Combat Patrol subscription. I've got issue 1 of the Combat Patrol magazine and issue 2, which is the free magazine that comes with the subscription. But I'm going to be looking at issue 1 today and what came in that one. So starting off, opening it up, I get a couple of models. So 2 models, they are the Winged Tyranid Prime and a Space Marine Captain in Terminator armour. So really looking forward to building those later in the video. Also get 6 dice because you can, with this edition, do a head-to-head with those 2 models that we're going to build up, which is really cool. But let's have a look at what you get in the magazine then. As you'll see, it is a binder magazine, so there's some holes punched in the sides and you'll be able to put these all into a binder when you get that with your 3rd delivery with the subscription. The magazine has lots of areas, so a how to build section, how to put all of the models together, and yeah, getting them glued and built. There's a welcome to the 41st millennium. This is sort of an introduction overall of what it means to play Warhammer 40,000, what it looks like, the lore behind things, and that was really interesting to read, especially looking at the Space Marines and Tyranids with this issue of the magazine. So really liking that. And then you get a bit of a narrative play. So you've got Captain in Terminator armour and you can roll off to see which one you have. So you've got Lucian, Marius or Callus are the 3 options depending on what you roll. Moves into the Tyranid section as well, and you can do the same with that. So you get Species or Specimen 45, the Archaven Horror or the Shifting Shadow. And then it gets into some data sheets, welcome to Warhammer 40,000, and looking at some mission briefs as well. So you can play a 1v1 battle with the 2 models that you get in there as well. And then at the very end, it just gives you an advertisement of the complete collection. Other things that you get in this edition as well is there is a big poster, double-sided poster, and it's got the official collection on one side, so you can see everything that's coming, all of the intervals for getting subscriber gifts, and also looking at some of the extra bits and bobs that you can get with this subscription service. And I've covered that in another video, so if you want to go and have a look at that video, I do a breakdown of everything that comes with this subscription, the costs, what you get, and also whether it is financially worth it. You can see that at the end of this, there's going to be 9 combat patrols that you will have access to. And they do differ slightly from the box sets that you can buy in the shops, the combat patrol box sets that come for £100 a pop. And then in the middle then we get this really cool combat patrol poster. It's Space Marines versus Tyranids. Can't fit it in my whole screen. It's a massive poster. And as mentioned, you can play a game of the Space Marine in Terminator armour versus the Prime with wings, and you've got a double-sided battle board to be able to do that. It's quite big, so that's going to be really useful when more models start coming in and you're able to play some bigger scale battles with those models, as issue by issue gives you access to more things. So really liking the look of this so far, but let's get down to building these models and getting them going. For that though, you will need some clippers and probably a mold line remover, and fortunately with the subscription you do get a pair of clippers. If you don't have access to those and you're new to the hobby, you get a pair of clippers and a mold line remover, and actually they're quite decent clippers. You'll see how they work in a minute, but I really quite like them. They feel good in the hand. The mold line remover is a little bit small. I prefer my own old tool, but I will use it for this video. So let's start off by building the Tyranid Prime then with the wings. So that's half of this sprue sheet here, and you just want to clip it all out so you can get down to making this guy. He's a bit of a push fit model as well, so there's lots of nodules and nodes and bits that just push together, and yeah, he looks really cool. Make sure, I like to clean it up, so I get rid of all of those mold lines, all of that extra bit of flash, just so the model looks good. And then you can slot it together using the issue. It has some instructions of how to build it, but let's have a chat about this guy and see how decent he is. Is he gonna do some damage? So in this first issue you do get a data sheet for both the Space Marine and the Tyranid, which gives you some information about their stats. The data sheet will be explained in a future issue, but just for starters, anyone that is either new to the hobby or anyone that is familiar with the principles of the hobby, we just have a bit of a conversation about this winged Tyranid Prime then. So he's got a starting setup of movement 12 inches. That is pretty damn fast. He's got toughness of 5. He's an armour save of 4+. He's got 6 wounds and leadership 7+. And then his attacks are all melee attacks. So you have to get in onto the enemy. You have to get right in on them close up. And it gets 6 attacks with a weapon skill of 2+, 6 strength, and -1 AP, which is really quite awesome. So this guy is going to do a lot of damage. His core abilities are he can deep strike, and also he's got a faction of Shadow in the Warp and Synapse as well. He also gets Death Blow if this model is destroyed by a melee attack. If it has not fought this phase, roll 1d6 on a 4+, do not remove it from play. The destroyed model can fight after the attacking unit has finished making its attacks and is then removed from play. So that guy has the potential to stick around, and it's such a lovely, nice model. But let's get on to this Space Marine then and see what he looks like. Everyone loves a Terminator, and certainly having a captain in Terminator armour is really quite nice. So he comes with movement 5 inches, so he's really slow in comparison to the Tyranids. He has toughness 5, an armour save of 2+, but also a 4+ invulnerable save, which means that he's going to stick around hopefully. He's got 6 wounds, leadership 6, and then the weapons that he's got a ranged weapon which is a storm bolter, so that's a rapid fire weapon, and it has a 24-inch range, 2 attacks, ballistic skill of 2+, strength 4, and yeah, no AP on that one, so it's just the strength that will be doing the damage. It's a relic weapon for his melee attack as well. He's got a sword, and that has a close range melee attack, 6 attacks, 2+ weapon skill, strength 5, and a -2 on the AP. What an awesome thing. He's also got some abilities, which is deep strike and leader, and then a faction of Oath of Movement, and then Unstoppable Valor is another special rule that he comes with. You can re-roll charge rolls made for this model's unit. That's pretty cool. So if he was in a unit of Space Marines, or even just on his own, he can re-roll his failed charge rolls on the first attempt, I assume. But yeah, really looking forward to getting these guys, and they're just the start of the combat patrol for both the Tyranids and also the Space Marine factions. They're going to be really cool to build up, paint, and get on to the battlefield. So I'm really liking the look of these guys. And it is that burning question of who do you start with. So they've started with these issues with giving us the Space Marines and the Tyranids. Would that be what you would start with? What armies do you like? I personally, when I started playing Warhammer 40,000 in probably 6th edition, I would say, I got some Space Marines as my first army, but I quickly moved on to Tau because I really like how they look, the sort of Japanese feel. There isn't a Combat Patrol Tau unit or group that you'll get with this issue, but it does give me the option of having those 9 different Combat Patrols, and I'm really looking forward to getting the Orcs. I really like Orcs in Kill Team, so I'm looking forward to getting some Orcs in Combat Patrol as well. But he's looking really cool. I love the special base that he comes upon, and these guys are looking awesome. Let me know in the comments below, who is your favourite out of these guys? And yeah, for £2.99 for this edition, that's pretty good value for money for getting those guys. That's only £2.99 with the subscription. If you were to buy the issue separately, it's £9.99, which is still really quite decent for getting a Captain Space Marine in Terminator armour and also a Prime Tyranid with the wings there. So really awesome. These guys are super detailed. This guy is standing upon a dead foe, I think, as well. So you've got a bit of a dead Tyranid to paint at the floor there. So will the winged Tyranid get its revenge? Let me know in the comments below if you like this video. Thanks for stopping by and letting me chat about issue 1 of Combat Patrol. I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching Bits Box World. Builds made easy.